Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to wire up the stream for today, yo. Let's get right. Let's get these charts prepped up for the day. And let's make sure, please, we take the best setups today. Okay, let's lead with that. All right. Let's get to work, man. Let's get to work. You already know what we do here. You already know what we're gonna do. We've been doing it for 2 weeks straight. Okay. The first thing we're gonna do, what is it? We're gonna clean out the chart. I want nothing on the charts but candlesticks. Nothing but straight candlesticks. Okay. Bam, with a click of a button. We got it. All right. Secondly, we're gonna go to the hourly time frame. NQ, ES, hourly. Done. Okay. Next, we're gonna remove any drawings, any lines, anything on the chart. We're gonna remove everything. Done. Okay. We're off to a good start. We got nothing but straight up candlesticks, man. Alright. Well, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. Alright. We don't often go up to the daily time frame, but we're gonna do that today. Reason being, we need to go back and see where at the upcoming levels, resistance levels. Right? You can't see them here on the hourly. They're way back here. But instead of viewing the charts like this, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up a few time frames. Let's go up to the daily, and then now we can get a better look at where our levels are. Is that or is that not easier? Okay. And we're gonna do that same thing here on the ES. Let's go up to the daily that we can see our levels that are coming up. Easy. We got resistance here. And we got resistance right here. We got this order block. I'll mark this as a supply zone. There we are. Easy. Trying to keep it simple as possible. As simple as possible. What's next here? Exactly the same thing. We're marking the last green candle before the move down. That's our supply zone right here. Now I can already see that here on the NQ, we've already tapped into it, but the ES is not quite at its supply zone yet. Okay, so I'm thinking ES might shoot up here, and NQ might surpass this line here, might come up a little bit higher, Let's mark up this order block right here as well. And for the ES, I want to mark up this area of liquidity right here. Okay, so that takes care of everything I really want to pay attention to for today. Now we're going to go to, let's go back here on the NQs, and we're going to mark our support. Same thing here on the ES. And then I'm gonna go down to the hourly next. I'm seeing here that on the NQ we've been chopping around up here, and we haven't closed above this candle here today. Well, until probably today. We'll probably break out and find support up here. So I'm gonna also mark the high of that candle because we haven't been able to close above that high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So I'm gonna mark the high of that candle. Okay, because I want to find support up here to hopefully catch that move higher. And I think that's it for, let's do the same thing here in the ES. Bam, right there. And we can go down to the hourly. Okay, here we have a key level of support. Same thing here on the NQs. Go down to the hourly. Let's set this level of support right here as well. Easy. Clearly we have a range here, and we're looking for a range breakout today. That's what we're looking for, or we're hoping for, a range breakout. Okay. We had a failure of that breakout yesterday, so we're expecting to go higher again today and find hopefully support here, because if we don't find support, okay, we don't find support going higher, this might be then coming down. Okay. It looks like we rejected this high here earlier this morning. Price came up here and it rejected, so we could turn around and start going lower. But this is what I'm looking for if I want to go long. I want to find support, these highs right here. Especially at a supply zone. Okay, this is a daily supply zone, which isn't an easy zone to get. It's not going to be an easy zone to get through unless some crazy great news comes out. That's going to be the case. Okay, so we have our support. We got resistance. And we're expecting to move higher. Markets now making higher highs, higher lows. Put it here, you can clearly see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Good morning, Ness. Good news? Heck yeah, let's go. We're ready, man. We're ready. The chart's pretty much good to go. We pretty much want to look for support above these highs. We want to see another break. And then find support. Find strong buyers here. This is where I want to look to buy if we do go higher. Okay. I want to look to buy here. And my risk reward would be something like this. Something like that. Just go for 1 or 2. Not be greedy. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. All right, so what did you hear on the news so far? There's gonna be a strong low right here, because this low broke and pushed strongly above this high right here. So this is gonna be a strong low. If price does come down, I'm looking to buy here. It might even wick below the price. So it might come down here and start to push higher. Okay, so I'm looking for buys there. This is a demand zone right here. And what else? That's a huge move. Yeah, man. Yeah, we could have a pretty big move today. But we're basically looking to, we're trying to focus on buying either down here or buying up here if we find support. So we want to see buyers break this with strength, get a pullback here and push higher, or if possible we can push higher and then pull back into this high as well here. Okay. It looks like they tried to bring it up higher this morning and it wicked. So you see this rectangle right here was once up here and then completely reversed and came down and then came up and closed here. So I want to definitely look for trades after we break up outside of this candle right here. So I'm gonna wait for a break and a closure outside of this candle first, so that we don't get chopped up. We cut a deal with the UK. All right. Things are turning up for the economy. the tariffs and stuff, starting to get outside goods from other countries back in the US. The markets are probably going to love that. Looking for a buy here or a buy here. It's about 9:20 almost. All right, we're almost done here with the chart. This low broke this high, so let's mark that. That's gonna be a demand zone as well. Okay, this whole spot could be the demand zone actually, but I'm gonna shrink this down. If I do use it, I don't want to use the same. I want to use it down here, close to the support. Is what I want to get into. Okay, so same thing here on the ES. Looking for buys down here. Or up here, breakout pullback. And last but not least, we need some trend lines. Got some trend lines here. That looks pretty clean there. And let's set this one up as well. We got a pretty easy chart set up for today. Not too complicated, you know. Not too cluttered. There we go. Something like that. That looks perfect. Then we go down to the 15. And that's it. We got everything ready for today, man. Got everything ready. We know where we want to buy. We know where we want to buy up here. Look for a setup up here, down here. And this one's gonna be a breakout pullback. And down here is probably going to be some kind of double bottom or something like that. We're opening above yesterday's close, so I'm also expecting this dotted line right here to act as support, as we already saw it here. We already saw it here. Price came down here and it wicked off of this previous day close level, so I'm expecting also possibly, if it does come down, to find support here as well. These are gonna be the best case scenario because it's going with the trend, and we have an uptrend. We're in a range bound, right? We're in the hourly range, but inside the range we have this uptrend, and we could end up breaking out of this range here. Boom, going up higher. Easy trade. That would be easy. Too easy. That's 9:24. He's gonna chill, kick back for a couple of minutes here, and then just wait for the market to open up. Market open, yep. Let's not get desperate. That's right. That's right, man. We're gonna be super patient. We want to wait for those good setups, A++, and then we're just gonna put the house on it, man. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take a screenshot and post this on the gram. I appreciate if y'all can hit a like and share on the stream, y'all, so we can grow this channel. Get a group of people here to build this community of traders, man. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Welcome, Jose. Welcome to the live, man. And as you said, Q's going to rip. Yes, sir. We are. The market's hot. Trump said it literally yesterday. Buy your stocks. You already know what that means. When Trump says some shit like that, you already know. All right, market's open. Market's open, fellas. And already buyers are stepping in. Crazy. I don't know who could have guessed that one. I don't know who could have guessed that one. Guys, we're gonna be super patient today. We're not going crazy. We're just gonna chill here, relax. Let the market do its thing. Let the money come to us. We got some chill ass music, man. We got some great weather outside. Let's take a look at the VIX. You guys don't know the VIX, the way that the VIX moves. If the VIX goes down, the Qs go up. And And we could tell there's a huge gap down here on the VIX, which is great for us. It's great for the market. If we fill this gap on the VIX, Q's is gonna go way up. So far looking so good. Market's ripping. VIX is going down. Just as we planned. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark the high and the low of the first 15-minute candle. It's gonna be the low right here. It's gonna be the low right here. Looking lovely. Damn right. Damn right. This is the benefit of prepping your charts and just having everything ready before market opens. Is that you already know. I already know what I want to do before it does it. Okay. I'm looking to be a buyer today. I'm looking for market to rip up, show some strength, maybe pull back, and show some more strength on the buy side. There's nothing here on the economic calendar for this morning. No red or green news, red folder news for today. So it's just a bunch of speakers. So I think we're good. Just gotta be patient. Wait for this morning range to develop. We got 5 viewers this morning. Oh snap. We're turning up, y'all. We're turning up. It's Friday. You know the market's gonna make a good move today. I think it might be done for the day. Damn, dude. I thought you said to be patient. What happened? What happened to being patient? This guy, man. This guy. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. You lost your patience? Oh my god, dude. See, we just getting started. We just getting started. If you're just coming in, welcome to the live, yo. We're just waiting for the market to break the opening range. Our plan is to buy, hopefully get a breakout of these highs here, breakout pullback. This is my preferred trade for today. We're seeing we're range bound in the hourly time frame. We're in the range right here, and we're looking for the range breakout. That's what's going on. Notice we prepped up the charts today. I don't like to use no kind of indicator or anything like that when I'm preparing my charts. I like to get completely naked price action, and then I'll add my indicators afterwards. And there we go. We're seeing strong sellers here on the 5-minute time frame, off the high of the range. If we continue to hold above the 21 EMA, they should be going higher. I don't know how this happened, but lately the market has been making huge moves overnight, and it has been making huge moves past 11:30 around noon. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but things are switching around. Usually, for the most part, we should get very good price action during the morning, during the market open to, I say 9:30 to about 10:30 or 11, and then market will normally slow down for like right before noon. Right around 11:30, it'll lose a lot of volume and it'll get really choppy. But I don't know what's going on. That the market now at noon it wants to start ripping. So I think we might be seeing that today. If we get nothing, no setups this morning, we might have to wait till noon to get, you know, one of the better moves. Got this trade here last night. I was trading this breaker block here from yesterday, and I bought in at the low of this channel right here. I have my stop below this zone, and I took profit. I think it was like right at this high right here. Clean trade I took last night. I was simulating, because if you want to make money in this game, you have to simulate, you have to practice a ton. Okay? You want to practice your strategies off the live market, and then bring your experience to the live market. So basically what the setup was is it's a failed breakout, right? Price attempted to fake sellers, thinking it was going lower. So really, when I got in on calls, got in on the buy position, it was like here. It was coming down still when I bought, which is crazy because you would think, oh, Isaac, this is coming down. I see a big ass red candle there. Why would you buy when the market's coming down? And I noticed we had a breaker block here that we didn't pull back to. Notice as we broke out of here, we didn't get a pullback in continuation, right? So I knew already, okay, market's gonna probably pull back, right? I look at this green candle here, and then I marked the high and the low, and I extend this to the right, and that was my entry. I enter right inside the zone, stop below the zone, and boom, it was an easy win. Easy win. Looks like we're about to break the low of the opening range. That's the opening range right there. Alright, next thing we want to do is just wait for a closure above or below. So we want to see a green candle closing above here. Or we want to see a red candle close below here. So there's still there's no setup, there's nothing going on right now for us to really trade into. Ness is just a little wild, you know, so he just jumped in like that. So just wait for the setup. Jose says, I'm impatiently waiting. Yeah, man, I feel that. I feel that. Most days, that's usually the start. You know, when the market opens, you just want to jump in at the first candle. I really would like, though, if we close above this candle right here. I don't know if you can see this candle right here. I'm gonna mark it best I can. This one right here. I would like to see a closure either above or below this candle instead of the 15-minute range, because I just don't like this candle range right here. Right. It's starting to look like something. I'll show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now. Right. I can start to see already. There's a range forming right here. It's a range forming there. And we gotta be careful we don't get caught up. Get caught up in the chop. Yeah, very slow start today, man. Very slow start. I would love to see here a close above or below this range, and then a second candle pushing in the same direction. Get 2 to 3 candles in the same direction. Start to show some momentum here from the buy side. Slow morning, slow morning. Continue to be patient, guys. Chill, hang out, ask some questions, hit the like, whatever. You know, just don't get in any trades yet. You guys sit tight. I'll go get some water real quick. Yup. Are we rich yet? No? Okay. Oh, dang. We're breaking below the range. We're breaking below the range, fellas. Oh, dang. What is going on? Well, we're still above the VWAP, so be careful. I will not chase this short. I would definitely not. I am super good with shorting this right now. Super good. If we short, alright, if we have a bearish day, I wouldn't short until we get below the yesterday's closing price. We'll get down here, then I'll look for some kind of shorts or something down here. I'll look for shorts, either some kind of bounce off of here. We go short. If not, I would sell here. I would not sell here. Screw that. Or buy as well. It doesn't matter. But at least we know we have a bullish channel. We have a bullish channel here. Price is traveling higher and higher. Okay. So I would prefer to buy as long as we're inside of this channel. I prefer to buy. You see now why I was saying I wouldn't sell short here? Can you see that? That's why. You got VWAP down here, you got the 21 EMA down here. Not a good place to go short. Well, could your seatbelts? My seatbelt already buckled, man, since this morning, since I woke up. This market's gonna really rip, bro. Get ready, man. It's just chopping around, accumulating orders, and then it's gonna pop. It's gonna break out. Let's take a look inside this candle. What's it doing on the 1 minute? All right, so we had a run up on the 1 minute. There's a little demand zone right here. That could have been a good buy down there. Quick scalp. Okay, because this low right here snapped and broke the crap out this high right here. Right? We're going to move up from here. Same as this one right here as well. This is what happens when you go to different time frames and try to find enough information based on the structure and the candlesticks. Lets you know where buyers were strong. Go back up to see the 2 minute. Oh, we got an engulfing green candle here. This could be the start of the move. Could be. Yes, sir. There it is. There it is. It's this little candlestick pattern right here. Indicating price should be going up now. Okay. We're breaking above this high right here, this resistance on the 2 minute time frame. Okay, so now I want to see a strong push above. I want to see a strong push above, and I want to see a pullback. Or a pullback, a bull flag, anything that'll just indicate that price wants to go higher here, and I'll take it. You can also go light here, right? You could go light here, 2-3 contracts, and then here, micros, and then you could go here, and if we do get that pullback, then add more, right? So add more here. It'll bring up your entry a little bit higher as you add more over here, but at least you'll have some contracts here at the lows. missed the entire move. I would hate to see a close below the 21 again. I want to see us hold above. Notice how the 21 EMA, right, this purple line here, and we've just been crossing it over and over, above and below, above and below, above and below. Right? We don't have a clear trend yet. So if I'm on calls here, if I'm on buys here, I want to see us stay above the 21. And then after 21 starts to incline, we get some kind of pullback to it, and I would be looking for my entry right about here. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Buyers are getting stronger. Let's go. Buyers are getting stronger. Yes, sir. Easy, man. Easy. It's too easy, man. I'm gonna hold above the 21. There you go. They're holding above the 21. We pulled back into this minor level of resistance here. It's now being used as support. I don't know if you saw this green candle formed, and then it pulled back, touched here, and it's starting to push. Okay, so we're finding support where there was previously resistance, which is letting me know that the market is very bullish right now. At least on the short term for now. Okay, we got this bounce off the demand zone here, and this is enough to kind of recharge the buyers and break us out of this range. Easy money, that's right. Alright, it's 10 a.m. This market should be starting to speed up a bit. Are you talking about market in general or a specific stock? I'm talking about the market in general. This is just based off like market structure. This is based off market structure. I'm pointing out basically what I want to see for things to kind of play out in my favor. And I'm looking to buy, but I'm looking to buy up here. I want to see a clean breakout because we are in an hourly range. And if I put it like this, and let's just hide everything. So right here, from these lows to these highs, it's just chopping around on the hourly time frame. But now it's sort of developing an uptrend here, attempting to break out of this range. So going back to the candlesticks and putting this back on. So that's why I'm looking, my game plan for today is to see price break out of this range and then find a viable pullback after the breakout. So going back, let's go back to the other time frame. We can see what's going on. Okay, so that's the game. The game plan is to hopefully get a strong push higher here. Right, we got a range bound market on the smaller time frame as well. So the market can go into ranges at any time, right? You see here how the market's moving down. Right? If you look at the past, market's coming down, kind of goes into a range here, chopping around for a very long time, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, and then it's chop around again here. So market could go from a clean trend or, you know, a very high momentum move to a range, and it'll move again and it'll range. So that's why we're seeing here right now at the high of the range is that we're close to where we want to see the breakout, and price is chopping around in here. Okay, so we're looking to buy this market, but we want to know for sure that the buyers, there's enough buyers in the market to break out of the range and indicate to us that the market wants to go higher. So it's like you wanna wait for the clear signs to be on the chart before you take a trade. I don't want to buy here not knowing if it's gonna go up now or if it's gonna go up later. I'd rather see it go up and then catch the momentum of the initial first push, you know. So I'm in a sense, I'm missing out on the first move because I'm looking to catch the second move, which is the pullback and then the next push up. So then I'll grab some buy orders down here on this retest. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, man. That's why we're here. To also make things clear, what I'm looking to do is practically get a separation from this moving average. So I want price to separate from this purple line. You see how it separates and then it comes back to it? I want to see separation from the price, from the candlesticks and this 21 EMA, and then I'm looking to catch a pullback and a bounce off of it. So that's what I'm looking for over here. Okay. If we get that, then that gives me my confirmation. My trade has a high probability setup. Nothing's for sure in the market, nothing's 100%, but by reading the charts, we can determine how good the setup is. You know, I can give it a grade like, oh, this might be an A+ setup, or this is like a C- setup. So I want to try to look for those A+, you know, the really, really great opportunity setups where my risk is as small as possible and then my potential profits is as big as possible. So me in particular, I like to trade Nasdaq and ES, NQ and ES, which is futures. And for options, is triple Qs. It's the same as NQ. Okay, so if I put the triple Qs here on the right chart, and put the same time frame here, so they're practically doing the same thing. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at here. We have a support right. We got a support right here on the NQ. this is the same support here on the Nasdaq. So these two move alike. And for the ES, it's the same thing as the S&P 500. So this is what the stock's name for. These are ETFs for stocks, and then these are the, as you can see here, I put my cursor over it. Where is it? There you go. S&P 500 E-mini futures. Alright, I don't know if you guys caught that, but that was a nice pullback here to this fair value gap right here on the ES, and we immediately got a push higher. If we stay above this zone right here, I'm expecting the market to push higher. There we go. Again, there's nothing going on here for me to do anything, right? I'm just watching price. I'm just waiting for my opportunity. So it does take patience, but trading is one of those things where if you're patient enough, you could take a trade and make a couple $1,000s in minutes. Of course, depends on how much capital you have to start with, but if you're just patient, what I'm trying to get at is where if you're just patient and you wait for those good setups, then you're gonna avoid a lot of losses and you're gonna make real easy money. You know? So a lot of this game is mostly just waiting around for that opportunity to come. And if you can master that, forget it. Oh, that's your boy? What's up, man? Proud, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I spent actually most of my life living in Providence. Out here in the North Carolinas now. We got some great weather out here, that's for sure. But to be real, I miss the food, man. I miss the food from Rhode Island, man. The food out there is just, you just can't compare it, man. You just can't compare it. Chimis. Hell yeah, I love me some chimis, yo. Trying to create another source of income? Yeah, man. You have to. With the way that this economy is right now and how expensive housing is, you gotta find some other way. Like, you just can't depend on a 9 to 5 to keep you comfortable. No way. Slow morning, guys. Oh my God, this market is dragging. This is what I was saying earlier. The market has been super slow when it used to be most hot at 10, 10:15, 10:30. The market would be hot, moving, gripping. You get some really good trades. You're done for the day super early. And lately, it's just been chopping like during the time where it would normally be hot. So I think what we're gonna have to do is adjust to the new market conditions and look to trade in the afternoon, probably after 11:30. So otherwise, we'll be here dump early, and then we'll just be sitting here for hours, no setups. Sellers are getting stronger now. It looks like we're going back to the low of this range. That's strong selling right there. That's strong selling right there. Right, let me set this aside here. Set this aside here. That's what we're looking for. I want to keep this here because I don't want to lose focus of our setup. But yeah, essentially what this could do is come down here again, tap into the demand zone. Could go up, or we could go down to this one and then start to go up. This is what I was saying. I didn't want to trade inside this candle range, this candle right here. It's all chopping here. Gotta be really careful. Yeah. Surprise Friday, ya lo saben. Viene de sorpresa, man. Viene de sorpresa. Afternoons have been been a blessing, that's for sure. Yesterday was a good example of that. What was that? What time was that move yesterday? Right here. Yep, 11:05. Look, 11:05. 11:05. We get this rip when Trump was talking on the news. And how about the day before? Well, we had a nice drop here in the morning, but then it took until about 1 o'clock. It dropped again. So 1:15. So we getting good moves at 11, 12, 1:15. Friday always a mystery, that's for sure. huge sellers here, strong sellers. Could come down to here. Could come down to here. There's also a gap. There's a gap on the chart here. As you can see, there's a gap in price from here and from here to the opening price is here. So we have a gap there. We're probably gonna come down, fill this gap, and then look for the reversal. Probably get something like this, come down, fill the gap, and then look for the reversal. ES already filled its gap on ES. So if you're taking shorts, be careful. I'm gonna sit here and wait. I'm gonna sit here and chill, just wait for my setup, man. Patient pays, guys. Patient pays. You want to make money? You have to be patient. If we don't get a good setup today, we'll wait till Monday. Q's is gonna rip on 494. 494 on the Q's. Take a look. We might even get higher. Actually, if we get that breakout set up, breakout pullback at these highs. Get that breakout. Where's the let's take a look here. Yeah, you want to see that break above the 492. We got a resistance line coming down here. That's the first thing I'll look for, is a break of that. If I want to be a buyer, I'll look for a break of that first. And maybe catch a pullback from there. Break and retest. Gap is about to fill on the Qs. Alright, the gap has filled. It filled the gap. We got what it looks like a double top over here. Double top reversal. This All right, so now we're at the lows. We're at the lows of this hourly channel. We're at the high of the range and at the lows of an hourly channel. We broke below the 15-minute opening range, but we have yesterday's closing price right below, so be careful because we could bounce off of that. ES broke through yesterday's closing price. Let's see if we get a strong closure below. We're kind of sitting at the low of this channel. Very tricky spot to sell in at. Again, like I said, I'm just gonna let this slide, and I'm looking for some kind of breakout and retest, a breakout pullback. Okay, so we break out, looking for the pullback. Not sure if there's anything as far as news coming out yet. Anything on your end, Ness? Says does Trump live, U.S. President Donald Trump holds cabinet meeting. Could be saying something there as well. Let's play that and see what they're saying.
I'm hiring. I need hiring.
Sales are strong. Okay, we want to see a pullback. We want to see a pullback. If this is going to continue lower, I want to see a pullback. I will not chase this. Let's pause this music here for a second.
Troops in Europe or in other nations?
Well, could. I mean, it depends. We pay for military over in Europe. You know, we don't get reimbursed by much. South Korea too. So it would be one of the things we discussed. That's unrelated to trade, but I think we'll make it part of it because it makes sense. Be nice to wrap it all up in one package for each country. You know, it's nice and clean, and we have plenty of law firms. These are great law firms that we signed with, the best. And I think part of the way I'll spend some of the money that we're getting from the law firms, you know, in terms of their legal time, will be, if we can do it, I think we can do it, using these great law firms to represent us with
to go over here. There we go.
Many countries that we'll be dealing with. We'll have good lawyers representing us, but we want to have good lawyers, and these are the best, considered the best lawyers in the world, right? I mean, considered the best in the world. I don't know. They just went off a little bit.
Mr. President, two questions. On Iran, do you have an update on who will be participating or conducting these conversations? Will Witkoff be there on Saturday for these direct talks? And on China, some economists are saying that right now is technically embargo on China with 125% tariffs. Are you concerned of escalation beyond the trade war with China?
No, I'm not concerned. I think President Xi is a very smart guy, and I think we'll end up making a very good deal for both. But, you know, we've been treated so badly for so many years. Again, we allowed that to happen. We've been treated so badly for so many years. But no, I don't expect that. I think President Xi is one of the very smart people of the world, and I don't think he'd allow that to happen. And we're very powerful. This country's
Can you
very
guys hear
powerful.
this clearly?
Let me tell you, it's far more powerful than people understand. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, and it is the most powerful weapons in the world that we have. More powerful than anybody even, not even close. So nobody's going to do that. But I think that if that's what you're referring to, maybe it's not. But just in terms of basic escalation, which is what you said, no, I think that President Xi is a man who knows exactly what has to be done. He's a very smart man. He loves his country. I know that for a fact. I know him very well. And I think he's going to want to get to a deal. I think that's going to happen. We'll get a phone call at some point, and it'll be off to the races. It'll be a great thing for them. It'll be a great thing for us. It's going to be a great thing for the world and for humanity.
Do you have plans to meet with Putin in Saudi Arabia?
At some point, I will. At some point.
In Saudi
We'll have to see. I mean, we have to get there right now. You know, we got to get there. In the meantime, they're losing 2,500 on average young people every single week. Think of that. 2,500 people a week. It's not even conceivable. We got to get there fast. A couple of more. Yes.
On China even more before they come to the table or give you a
I
phone call?
can't imagine it. No, I can't imagine. I don't think I'll have to do it. I don't think we'll have to do it more. We calculated it very carefully. By the way, when you hear 100, a lot of people charge much more than that. Canada charges much more than that to our farmers, our dairy farmers. Many people charge much more than 100 or 125 in this case. But I don't, it's still a significant number. I don't see that again. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Mr. President. So do you think some of your tariff critics would prefer, to see the United States go through turmoil than to actually see it succeed just because they are your policies?
You mean just leave the tariffs the way they are now and just relax, right? Some people have said that. Look, again, we're making, it'll be soon, much more than $2 billion a day. That's not the worst thing that I've ever heard. So, yeah, some people say that. But, we look at the other side, too. I think as the United States, we have an obligation to look also at the other side. We want what's good for everyone. I mean, it's America first, but we also want to make sure there's a world that can live happily and all of that. And so, this is the way I look. No, but there are people that say, look, where we are now, I've been in worse positions in my life than making $2 billion a day plus, right? It's really plus. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Brett. Cut it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cut it out. Or the markets are what really changed your mind when it came to
The markets right now are extremely good.
Oh,
Thank you.
before that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, press. Thank you.
You helped me a lot.
Yeah, you made me speaker, so thank you, Mr. President.
That's good too. And Gretchen, I think everybody knows. So we're working on that very hard, and I think we'll come home with a winner for Michigan. Okay. I just spoke with the Secretary of Defense. Sometimes we call him the Secretary of War. It used to be called the Secretary of War. They changed it when we became a little bit politically correct. But I think we're in great shape. We're going to be in great shape. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Matt. Congratulations. Great job. So we'll start with the first orders. And I think we have one for a man named Mike Huckabee. Does anyone know Mike Huckabee?
Yes, sir.
He's going to be a great ambassador to Israel. And they're thrilled to have him, that I can tell you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So the Senate confirmed Governor Huckabee to be your next ambassador to Israel earlier today. That's his commission as ambassador. And then we also have a transmittal letter to the president of Israel requesting that he accept Ambassador Huckabee's credentials.
He's going to be fantastic. He's going to bring home the bacon.
And then
Even
there-
though
Just want
bacon
to
is
say we got
doing it as
a
well.
little pullback and retest of yesterday's closing
I had
price.
to clear that up.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but you got to pull back and retest here. This could push lower down here to this demand zone. Just want to point that out. Let's go back.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
congratulations to Mike.
To Mike Huckabee. No,
What if you could do all your SEO in one tab? Meet SEMrush, a tool to find winning keywords, create top-ranking content, track your competitors.
All right, we're back. Market selling off. My bad. There we go. So yeah, I was just saying, we got a little pullback and retest here. I don't know if you guys caught that. See, we got that little pullback right here. Pull back, retest. Okay. That's kind of like what we got drawn up over here. Expecting a pullback, retest. Okay. I'm expecting price to get down here first, and I'm probably gonna look to buy it here. If we do make it. Not sure what happened with the as far as the news goes. I didn't hear anything really crazy for the market to sell off, so we'll just stick to looking at the price action, seeing what opportunities show up on the charts. We didn't get that break and retest above, but we got this one below. Sir, that's why I like to prepare both ways. I like to prepare if the market wants to go higher. I like to be ready to buy it, and if it wants to go lower, I want to be ready to sell it. She's going. Things going straight down. Coming on down. Yeah, seeing the way the market is, my bet is they'll bring it down here. This is what I think they'll do. They'll bring it down here, right? And they'll probably do a fake breakout here below, and then quickly they'll try to reverse the market. As you see here, we had a pretty strong move from this area yesterday. So that leaves behind a demand zone. And oftentimes what price likes to do is it likes to make you think, oh, it's just going to go lower. And right when it makes you think it's going to go lower, that's exactly when it turns around. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm looking for this to sell off all the way down here. And then I want to see sellers be trapped by the buyers down here. We can take this out of the play for now. We'll look for it later if we happen to get above there. But for now, keep Q dropping 486 and counting. Q's staying low. Yup, 486. It should come down here. It should be coming down here. I would expect at least, let's say 485. And the reason being is because if I'm a buyer, right? If I'm a buyer in the market, this is where I would like to buy. Okay. And if I was a seller in the market, I would probably want to sell again. I would probably want to sell probably up here. Probably at the high of this resistance level from yesterday. I'll probably look to sell over here. This is where selling would be attractive to me, over here. Okay. As this goes down, you're gonna find different levels to sell from. So from where we're at right now, I probably like to sell over here, and I would like to buy down here. The thing is that we didn't get on any buys, right? We was waiting for the break above this channel here to look for buys. So if we didn't catch this going down, hey, we didn't take, a bad trade, right? We avoided taking a loss. So that's also a win in the books. Let's get back to the ES. ES already at the man. ES already at the man. Which video? The news video? I thought that joint was from today. It said live on it when I clicked it, so I thought it was today. Alright, so we see ES already acting off of that demand zone. Now we need to see that now we need to see that the market structure wants to shift before we look for a buy. Meaning we want to see a resistance level get broken into. So we want to see a resistance level broken into and find a higher low to buy into there. Alright, we're seeing some bears stepping in, tapping into this fair value gap right here. Alright, this might be the next leg down if you want to take some shorts. This might be the next leg down. Why? Because there was a breaker structure from this previous low. So this low to this high here. Yep, so I think this is coming down. This might be might be a good short try attempt here. Say you get in here, stop above here, take profit. Coming down here. Go check out the 2-minute time frame here. Take a look at what's going on. Okay, we still got our supply zone here as well. Still got a supply zone here as well. We got the EMA here, the 21 EMA. looks like a good pullback to sell into. Let's wait for a strong red candle here on the 2-minute. Strong red candle below the 21. That would be the entry. Let's take a look at the VIX as well. Let's see what the VIX is doing. VIX looks like it's about to come down. Build the previous day gap. Previous day was that this morning? Oh, that's this morning. This morning's gap is now gonna come down, so this should be going up then. This should be going up then. So actually, this sell does not look that good now that I look at the VIX. I would wait for confirmation here on this one, because judging by the VIX, this could come down pretty hard now. All right, it's a gap fill reversal. I know you're in the chat. Yeah, so we filled this gap. Market looking like it wants to reverse. Let's wait, see if we get confirmation from the sellers. Do we get confirmation from the sellers? Because what happened is they just start to look red, like a red candle. Next thing you know, it flips, forms a green candle, traps all the sellers below. Let's get the ES back on here. I would try this short here. That looks pretty good. Strong selling here. I would try this short right here, right now. Get in. That's a good entry. I would take first profit take down here at these lows. First profit take here at these lows. Call this target 1. And I will call somewhere down here target 2. That's a really good setup right there. Right off supply, tapped into that supply zone. Also kind of bouncing off the 21 EMA. I would put my stop right above the yesterday's closing price. We'll risk this much to potentially win double that. 1 or 2 risk reward. right, we're still here, guys, practicing patience. This is starting to look like a trap down here. Starting to look like a trap. Yeah, as long as we stay below the 21, we should be good to go. Should be good to go. If we close above it, I will close my position. We kind of tapped into that demand zone here on the ES. And although we didn't make it here on the NQs, what happens sometimes is the ES will drag the NQ, right? Because they tapped into the demand zone, so this is where there's strong buying going on. So even though the NQ hasn't tapped into it, the ES did, and it could, you know, if the ES reverses, the NQ will follow. The NQ will follow. I will keep a tight stop on this. I will keep a tight stop. If the sellers then close below this trend line, I would then jump back on shorts. Try that again. It looks like a trap. It looks like a trap. Let's see. They still haven't closed above the 21. We'll see what we're doing here. Sellers are still kind of fighting. They're still holding the zone right here. Looks like we're coming back. Give them some time. Looking like a head and shoulders here on ES. Looking like a head and shoulders a little bit. This could be a reversal right here. This could be a reversal. Okay, sellers need to show out now. It's either now or never. Now or never. You know, picking up the kids into Miami. All right, brother. Have a great weekend, man. Damn, might have closed this. Don't want to see it close above yesterday's price, closing price. Do not want to see that. If anything, close it out, and I can jump back in. Yeah, I can close it out. Right away, close it out. You can always jump back in if the sellers decide to now, you know, show out. If not, then this is going up. This is going up. This was a trap. What could happen is if we come down now, is we could find support down here. Now that we surpassed this supply zone, we could tap into here and go higher. Yep. So yeah, that did look like head and shoulders or something. Maybe like this. And we got a break of the neckline. Find support, break and retest. Yeah, I'll be careful selling here. If you're selling sells, I would definitely get out. I would definitely get out. Oh yeah. All right, man. Today's been a very slow morning. We got a nice move down here. We could have traded the breakout of the opening range here, but I just didn't like shorting into the VWAP and the 200 EMA. I didn't like that short right there. But that's why we drew these black lines. So the breakout will kind of let us know the direction of the market. Sometimes just this kind of entry can be very tricky, because then you go short and then it immediately reverses and then you get caught at the bottom. So that's why I didn't like that one. So I decided just let that go. I'll wait for another setup that looks to be of high quality, and that's pretty much it. You know, we wait for those good setups, man. Wait for those good ones. We don't need every single one. We just need one good one. One solid setup and we're good. Alright, so now what we're looking for is we want to see a channel forming here now, going higher. Unless we go again cross below the yesterday's opening price, unless we get under here, I wouldn't look too short again. And even then, we have to be careful with this minor demand zone right here. Have to be careful here, because if it starts to come down here, what this could do is just start to go back up again. Again, that pullback. Let's see how buyers react once if we do pull back to this demand zone. Let's see. Very strong seller stepping in here. Alright, as we come down here, I would like to see sellers get trapped into this move lower. And I'd like to see buyers kind of get a little bit more aggressive as we get into this demand zone. We're not quite there yet. The ES, we're already tapping into that demand zone a little bit. All right, just waiting at least to see if we get at least one setup for today before we close the stream out. looking like price wants to close back into this hourly uptrend, or will we reject? What do you guys think? Okay, this is the low of the trend right here. This is the support of the hourly uptrend. If we close back into it, this could really start to push up higher. Kind of wanted to see sellers bring price into this demand zone and then start to see strong buyers, because what this could be is a trap. So I would have preferred to see the move down here, kind of like the ES did. Definitely looking very strong, looking like you want to push higher. Prices should still respecting this support line here, still respecting it. Okay, we get a close above, and this could start to push up. This could really start to push up. Like I said, I would have preferred if it came down here first and then start to push. Because then what could happen is they could fake this move higher and then drop it and then bring it up. That's why. See? It's looking like a fake move up. They're gonna bring it down, right? The majority of the traders probably take this long right here. And then what they'll do is, well, they'll stop you out, hit this demand zone, and then go higher. So I wouldn't take this sell either, because like I said, there's a demand zone here. I wouldn't take the sell, because then let's say what happens if we get it, you know, the best, strongest red candle possible here, and you take your short, put your stop at the high, and then price then taps into the demand zone and then stops you out immediately after getting in. So that's why I would rather see, if this is gonna sell short, then I'd rather see a push lower, run through this demand zone, and find, instead of using this as support to go higher, I want to see then resistance, and then I would sell it here. Okay. This is how I would sell this. Sell it here, or I would look for the buy here. This will be my buy. This would be my sell here. There it is. You see, this is why I didn't want to buy into this right here. I would rather see a tap into this demand zone and then have buyers come into the market. Now if we do not get that set up, then I'm looking to find resistance here at this support line. I'm looking for then, if we break past this demand zone, I'm looking to use it as supply in the future. Okay, we kind of tapped into it. We can already see, right? We can already see buyers starting to fill orders here. So this is why I wouldn't sell this break of this trend line here. I would rather, like I said, wait for a strong push lower, very, very strong, and then find myself looking for a pullback, because I don't want to catch these shorts here and have price immediately turns against me as I go in short. It just wouldn't make any sense to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's being able to see the danger before taking the trade, right? Rather than taking the trade and then seeing, oh, there was a demand zone here, I should have sold it. I'd rather see it as danger before it becomes danger. I'd rather see it up ahead. Oh, damn, I don't want to sell there. There's a demand zone there. Okay? I'd rather miss the opportunity and then catch the short, the higher quality setup here. Or if we quickly see buyers step in very aggressive, then I'll take that as a buy. Oh, not that. I would take that as a buy signal. What I'm basing my knowledge of is just basic price action. This is just how the market behaves, and I just react to what I see the market do. So I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm ready. If it wants to go up here, I'm ready to buy it, and if it's gonna sell off, I'm ready to sell it here, because we do still have a demand zone lower down here. We still do have a demand zone down here, so buyers might want to buy lower. Okay, but if they're looking to reverse this, they can still enter here as well. Just gonna wait here and see how this plays out. Would like to see how this plays out. right, yo, those calls did not work out. The market reversed here as it was pushing above yesterday's closing price, and now it's selling off. It's probably going to continue coming down now to this demand zone. It's probably coming down here. Probably coming down here. So I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for joining the live. I'll see you all next week. Peace.